Investigators believe the San Bernardino massacre was inspired by the Islamic State militant group and carried out by U.S.-born Saeed Farouk and his Pakistani-born wife Tashfeen Malik. In a national address, President Obama described a motive.
But it is clear that the two of them had gone down the dark path of radicalization, embracing a perverted interpretation of Islam that calls for war against America and the West. They had stockpiled assault weapons, ammunition, and pipe bombs. So this was an act of terrorism.
Obama said the Federal Bureau of Investigation has found no evidence that a terror group directed the attack or that it was part of a broader conspiracy at home. Islamic State militants overseas have described the couple as supporters. As the U.S. has put more pressure on terrorists overseas, Obama says the threat has evolved.
As we've become better at preventing complex, multifaceted attacks like 9/11, terrorists turn to less complicated acts of violence like the mass shootings that are all too common in our society.
Seeking to reassure Americans, Obama outlined his strategy to combat terrorism at home and abroad. He vowed the U.S. will keep pressuring Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, building up the U.S.-led coalition to defeat the extremists, and working toward a political solution in Syria. At home, he called for a review of the fiancé visa program that allowed the female shooter to enter the U.S., and he called for Congress to toughen gun laws. But security analyst R. Nicholas Pallarino, speaking via Skype, says Obama must change his strategy to prevent the attacks.
If a terrorist in the United States or anywhere in the world wants to get a gun, he or she is going to get a gun. If a terrorist wants to build a pipe bomb or an improvised explosive device, they're going to be able to do that.
Obama again urged Congress to authorize the use of military force against terrorists and for Americans to reject fear and remain united. And to protect against more attacks like the one in San Bernardino, Obama vowed the U.S. would constantly review its strategy to see if more steps are needed to protect the American people. Mary Alice Salinas, VOA News, the White House.